some thoughts about Illinois.
You got to talk about it.
Some thoughts about Illinois. Illinois.
Well, I mean, they're having a really nice year. They've even with a few losses here in play, in Big Ten play, they're still a top 25 team. I mean, I think that they keep the court spread. They're very hard to guard. Pretty athletic team, get up and down the court. Not unlike a lot of teams in the Big Ten, they between the top of the key and the top of the key, they're really tough. Sort of like Minnesota a little bit. When they're playing well, they're playing really well.
Is this the best Big Ten you've coached in?
Yeah, it seems like it's right up there. I mean, I think all coaches say their league is the best and all, but I think there's an awful lot of evidence it's a terrific year for the conference.
Oh, Brandon Paul. What makes Brandon a special player?
I love that kid since he was a sophomore in high school. He's smart, he's athletic, he's shooting the ball very well now. He's always been able to go by his guy a little bit, play open court player, but now it seems like he's much more potent in the half court. And that's, when you can play full court, get out and run, get some easy ones, but also knock down shots. It's a tough thing to guard.
Mike said that you thought this last game against Iowa was one of the best ones he's had all year. What did you like about his performance?
Mike Turner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought he was active. There was an activity level there. He was on the ground for balls, he blocked some shots. I think he only got 2 or 3 rebounds, but he altered some shots and kept his guy away from the bullets. I like the way he played.
Against a 7-footer like that, he said he's had to play with a lot more agility, being only being a smaller center. Do you like how he sort of used that to his advantage against Woodbury? Or?
Woodbury's a freshman and he's still learning, just like Alex is a freshman. Centers, sometimes it's a little harder when they're young to really come along as quickly. But, Mike redshirted last year. I thought that was really good for him. And I think that there's he's getting to understand what he can do and that, he's pretty good. And I just want him to be active all the time and show some aggression out there.
How are you trying to divide out the minutes at that center position? Are you still trying to get a feel for who should play how many minutes and rotating them in?
I never really did that ever. I just feel I watch practice, I see what's going on, along with my staff, and we just go and see what's happening during the game, and it's not really just gut. It's see who's playing well, what the matchups are. And so different games, different things happen. But both of those guys are playing enough minutes now that they can. If one plays better than the other, then he's going to play more.
What's the latest with Shear and Sanjay?
Shear. I don't know with Shear. He still has some problems with his knee, so that's a little iffy right now. And Sanjay, I think that maybe even today or tomorrow, or I guess Friday, when we come back, they'll look at it again and just see where we are.
With Illinois being a smaller team, lots of guards, could that provide an opportunity for Mike Turner to get more minutes, you think? With some more experience?
Well, Nana is a pretty good sized guy. And I think that he gets more time when I think that Alex can't stay with him. Just like they're going up and down the court too much for Alex right now. And so when speed and covering ground is a factor, then I think Mike gets more time.
Coach, we know you're depending on your veterans a lot, and I think Sobo's included in that one, but what are you asking of your younger players like Mike Turner and Alex? Are you asking them to sit back and learn, or you want them to step up a little bit more?
No, I think that, there's just such an opportunity with, some of the guys being hurt and all that. I want everyone to, play well and get a chance. And I don't care if they're freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors, but I do expect the seniors to, sort of lead the way. I guess that's how I say it.
Coach, what ways, offensively, and what ways do you want to see just more on the offensive side of things?
Yeah, I'd just like to see us have a little bit more balance and scoring inside a little bit from Swamp, Reggie, even, Alex, Mike. Just we have to score, get some easy ones. And, we're not going to get too many offensive rebounds or anything like that, but I think we can, start making some of our backdoor cuts, and we're missing a lot of, sort of easy shots, I think. And so I think we can improve upon that. And if we get that balance, it takes a little heat off your shooting. and then shots from windboard, you don't feel so much pressure.
How have you seen John Gross settle into that role with Illinois?
Oh, he's doing a great job. I think he's doing just a very fine job. It seems like they're playing with a lot of zest and enthusiasm, and just different guys are coming through at different times. But still, you still have a senior. You have Richardson and Paul out there, guys that have played a lot, and I think they're leading the team this year.
What kind of a challenge is that for him? That team kind of fell apart. So much talent, but I mean, everything just wasn't working out for Coach Weber. But what kind of a challenge is that, assuming the reins of some talented senior players like that?
Well, I mean, I think that they help him. They help him. So I don't know what freshmen are playing for them.
I couldn't tell you. I got to look it up.
I guess what I'm saying is that he had some guys that may, and Brandon Paul had a pretty decent year last year, and Richardson's been a very good player. He started for 3 years, so those guys, help coach, bring the other guys along. And Abrams is a sophomore, and he played some last year, but he's experienced as far as I'm concerned, because I've seen that guy playing in Chicago and AAUs and stuff, and so I think he's got an experienced club that is led by a couple of very good players.
Your perimeter defense against Iowa, it was actually very good.